Welcome to the only wrestling podcast that covers the WWE developmental system from its inception to modern day. From OVW to MCW, the HWA, Deep South, FCW, and much more. Hosted by Brian Asbury and Mortimer Blankenship. Now let's dive into what could have been, what should have been. Welcome to Developmentally Speaking.
Hey everybody, I'm Mortimer Blankenship.
And I'm Brian Asbury.
And this is
Developmentally Speaking.
Now, Brian, before I throw it to you, I want to apologize to everyone. My voice is raspy. This is going to be a little bit of a different episode, considering these recorded parts here with us talking, bringing it up. Everything other than the interview itself is 2 weeks later than the interview, and between the interview and now, I'm finally over a terrible cold, horrible coughing, sniffling, everything. You couldn't breathe, and took my voice away. But I have a little bit back. It finally came back. I'm feeling great, 100% ready to rock. However, not only is it going to be weird because on this portion, me not having a voice, the night that we did the interview with Rip, I'll let Brian take that over.
Thank you. So what you're going to see is you're going to see me get up during the interview and walk out. I got a phone call. One of my employees was involved in an accident, and he passed away. He had just turned 20 years old. He was a young kid. He was one of our first subscribers to all of our stuff. His name was Keegan Beckenmeyer. He was a good kid, model employee. I'm going to miss him.
And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a moment of silence for Keegan Beckenmeyer. Once again, thank you for joining us, everybody. Tonight's episode is about Rip Rogers.
The Hustler.
The Hustler himself. So, let's
take a deep dive.
Take a deep dive into a match. And
well, let me get my shit in.
Okay, shit in.
The Hustler, Rip Rogers, former WCW, WWF, trainer of everybody that you've seen from the Ruthless Aggression era. He is a former 3-time Ohio Valley Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, 2-time OVW Southern Tag Team Champion. He is an NWA Southeast United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, a World Wrestling Council Heavyweight Champion and Tag Team Champion, an NWA Mid-America Champion, the International Championship Wrestling United States Tag Team Champion with WWE Hall of Famer Pez Whatley, and an NWA Central States Television Champion.
So that would have been with Pistol Pez Whatley as the Convertible Blondes, right?
No, that was way before then.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think it was Convertible Blondes.
What would they been called then?
We'll have to do some research.
I think it was Convertible Blondes.
Morty, roll the clip while I do my research.
Title match. It's one fall with a 15-minute
old
time
school
limit.
OVW.
Yeah.
Introducing
Nothing but
first the challenger from Jeffersonville, Indiana, Nick Dinsmore, and his opponent, the Ohio Valley Heavyweight Champion from Seymour, Indiana, the Hustler.
They were the Convertible Blondes. I stand corrected.
So
One second here.
My favorite part is, other than I was right, in this match down here below that we're watching together right now up here.
Sharing is caring, folks.
Sharing is caring. And get up here so we can watch it. Okay, so but at the beginning there, Rip was holding the belt, He went, I'm the champ, and the ring announcer was right in the middle of him, and he held the belt right up against her side of her face, and went, I'm the champ, trying to make her pop, and she did not budge.
He's always ribbing.
Yeah, always. And my favorite is the fact that they went directly into the heat. And just this whole match is Nick Dinsmore just like showing. Oh, he's biting him right in the ear.
As you'll learn when we get to Rip's portion of this episode, Rip does not like talking about himself. Rip likes helping other people. He likes to, telling their stories. He just loves wrestling. He loves professional wrestling.
He loves professional wrestling. And there is a difference in his mind what today is and what professional wrestling is.
Yes.
He's very humble when it comes down to it. He thinks nobody deserves a damn thing.
Yep.
And that everything's earned. And I don't know where he doesn't think that he didn't earn it, but I believe 100% that he fell a little bit there. But he went right to a pin, so covered it up. Yeah. So
for those of you that Rip used to run WCW house shows all around southern Indiana, Kentucky area, smaller shows that he knew would sell out quickly in a hurry. Rip, he's mainly known as the trainer of stars.
for sure.
One of his best friends through the business was a man that you may have heard of, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, they basically grew up in the business together.
They were on the Outlaw promotion down in Kentucky there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Obviously everybody knows that Rip helped train John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. But he trained Mike Mondo, Johnny Jeter, Shelton Benjamin, Serena Deeb, JTG, the Bashams. He sent over 70 plus people to the WWE. That's an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah.
And anytime that you see, Rip never gets the recognition he deserves. And that kills me.
Here's the one thing that I really... Did somebody have a fan next to the ring for that
They
shot?
have to.
Look at that. Look at that. But no, what... excuse me. What I learned from watching Rip at a young age and, finally putting it all together as I got older is look how little amount of bumps he takes.
Mm-hmm. Your bump card.
You have a bump card, and that's what a lot of today's superstars don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you only have so many bumps.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you can watch a match between Rip and Adrian Street
Mm-hmm.
online, and they take maybe 2 bumps total.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd is on fire the entire
Put
time.
him in a rest hole.
Yeah. It's called wrestling. Yeah, exactly what it is. But, there he is choking him. But let's just go back to you and I. But, I truly believe that Rip...
Mm-hmm.
Now, and you'll see this here in a bit. How can I explain it? There's so many people on this list
Mm-hmm.
that don't want to talk about wrestling anymore
Mm-hmm.
because they're so jaded to it. Is that the best way to put it?
Mm-hmm. For good reason.
And Rip is too.
Mm-hmm.
But Rip, by God, will keep fighting for professional wrestling. And that's my favorite part is, and we will warn you right here, right now. There's going to be some things said. in this interview
Rip is Rip.
that will offend some people. And
Don't let Tipper Gore listen.
Yeah. Yeah. And know that these are Rip Rogers' opinions being expressed, and that it is for just that. An opinion to be heard doesn't necessarily have to be agreed with. But he is the greatest.
Outspoken?
Well, obviously, he is the greatest professional wrestling trainer of all time.
Oh, no doubt.
And his methods worked.
He trained professional wrestlers, not sports entertainers. Rip's legacy lives on through multiple avenues. From he's an author.
Yep.
Even though he doesn't drink alcohol, I am correct on that, correct?
Right, he doesn't.
But he does have a.
It's kind of hard to see.
Hold on. Right there. Well, still learning a Hustler beer named after him.
Yes. It is a hibiscus wheat ale.
Mm-hmm.
It's brewed in honor of the local legend, the Hustler of Rogers. This pale wheat beer is made substituting hibiscus flowers for hop.
Not enough hops.
It uses a subtle tartness, a fruity flavor, and a beautiful pink color. And in that it does not show as pink as it is. However, there is a picture you'll see later. What?
That was his joke. He said it wasn't as pink as. Moving on. Hey, it's not a bad beer. It's not bad.
I enjoy it absolutely. But I guess we'll come back to that beer later, as per the request of Rip Rogers. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the man of the hour right now.
The man with the power, too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey, the one and only, the Hustler himself. These views and opinions are his, not of Mortimer Blankenship III. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hustler, Rip Rogers. And roll.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour is here himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hustler, Rip Rogers. Rip, how you doing this evening?
Life don't get no fucking better than this. old, fucking crippled, freezing out, no fucking teeth, nothing fucking works. Jesus Christ, I should just be fucking broke too, right?
Oh, man. Tell you what. So, usually, on Developmentally Speaking, we've been talking a lot about OVW. But what we want to start out with is, since it is talking about Developmentally Speaking, we want to know where you got your start. Where did you start your journey in the world of wrestling?
Fuck, I didn't have no goddamn start. I was just a fucking fan growing up. In 1961, my grandpa took me to the old Shields gym in Seymour. Saw Dick the Bruiser wrestle Cowboy Bob Ellis. Then after that night, they banned all wrestling in any school building because they fucking trashed the dressing room.
Yeah, I've heard that story. I believe my dad was at that same wrestling event. Watching that. Right. So you were a fan that just thoroughly enjoyed wrestling and thought, well, this is what I want to do, or did it just kind of fall in your lap? How? I know that I've seen pictures. You did some teaching for a bit. Did you not?
I was a school teacher at Union City, Indiana.
I thought you were.
Yeah, and I was a football coach there. And when I was coaching, I got to coach against my old fucking coach, Joe Saminsky from Seymour.
That's awesome.
And then I ran a middle screen 2 times in a row. And he got mad. He goes, "Nobody does that." I said, "I just fucking did. Bird your ass did." He just fucking laughed. He was so fucking cool. What a fucking stud he was. Jesus Christ. Hell, he was 40-something when we was in high school. He could fucking outrun us, outgrow us, outkick. He could fucking do everything better than fucking that. He was just fucking like a freak, But hell, he was a goddamn football player at Purdue and a heavyweight
Wow.
And he was on the wrestling team was the original Ricky Starr. The guy, he was born in St. Louis. He did the ballerina gimmick, and he used to spar with my football coach. And Ricky weighed about 165, but my coach said, and my coach was like 240. He said he couldn't beat Ricky.
Man.
Anyway, we're getting away from this.
Yeah, that's okay. We're here just to. There's nothing better than good stories. So, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Valiant has a lot to do with your wrestling career, correct?
Oh, hell no.
No?
Oh, hell no. Jimmy will tell you that shit, you know. I just fucking... I got in, he fucking scammed me for $8 in 1977. He had me pay for some goddamn... some fish place we went to. Then I waited until I saw him in Puerto Rico, and I beat him half to fucking death with a fucking leather belt. Marcus, what the fuck? I said, that fucking $8, you asshole. I'll pay you double, baby. Fucking ass out with that goddamn leather belt.
Yeah. I've actually heard that story from Jimmy himself. So he says, yeah. He goes, I owed him for a fish sandwich or something on that spot.
Yeah. Although I held on to it until then all of a sudden I had that. One night we was wrestling in goddamn fucking Scottsburg. He goes, brother, no violence tonight. I said, I got you, JB. As soon as he walked down the dressing room, I hit him over the head with the garbage can. He just starts flip-flopping right there, selling right there. I just beat that shit out of him. But one night, this is when, let's see, I was wrestling for like Bruiser and the fucking Sheik and Nick Goulas on weekends. I was doing New York TV, Oak Hill TV, St. Louis, Kansas City, and wrestling at the fucking Chase. When I was just starting in and getting my feet wet. So, I was doing all that shit, and that was just fucking, then I started working at Hall Punch's gym, the fucking wrestlers would come in there and everything. And I was young, stupid, just jacked the gills. Didn't know fuck all, you know. I remember getting my number to fucking Jerry Lawler. He fucking just took it and tossed it in the wastebasket, you know. So, you know, he knew I was fucking just a goof, you know. What the fuck?
Exactly. That's how it goes sometimes.
I wasn't trained.
Right. And that's something that blows my mind. Say that you weren't trained, and yet you've trained so many wrestlers and
That's funny.
and taught so many people the right way to perform in that ring. And do you have a number of how many made it up into the WWE or WCW? Or
About 7.
About 7.
But I'm not. You don't count the Brocks, the Cenas, the Randy Ortons. I'm talking about the guys that come in the beginners class and got signed.
Yeah.
Like Santino, like Mike Mondo, the guys on the fucking Spirit Squad, like Serena.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They all come in and just got in my fucking class. JTG, and Dane has come in, and all of a sudden they got fucking jobs.
Wow. It's awesome.
And well, what it was I taught them, and I didn't teach guys moves.
Right.
Moves are irrelevant. I said it's how you sell it.
Right.
So all this is a feigned fight, and act like it's goddamn real. Act like the 2 fucking 7th graders gonna fight after school, and the whole school comes out. There's a lot of fucking threatening going on. Nothing fucking happens. And finally the principal takes you both into fucking school. Oh, what a fight. There's nothing going on at all. And that's what fucking wrestling is right there.
Yeah.
The threat of something.
Yep.
He said, let it, hit me with a chair. Oh, hell no, I'll swing that chair as hard as I can. You duck, I'll hit that fucking ring post with that goddamn chair. The fucking people will hear that son of a bitch. God damn it, he'd have hit him and killed him.
Yep. It's
the threat. It's the threat of something.
The what could have happened, yes.
In the old movies, you'd see the fucking Frankenstein monster come out of the fucking mummy, and you never saw the violence. You'd see shadows and the camera go up to people with their eyes, screaming, whatever, and you never saw nothing. It was the threat of something. You let your mind, let your imagination do all that shit.
Right. That is very real. Like today's horror movies are just gore. They don't have any what if, like you said, like what's going to happen? What if this person goes upstairs, are they going to be trapped? Or if they go running out in the woods? Now it's just, well, there's a different way to kill each person. Like the what was it called? The Final Destination series. They were the same damn movie, except for they just killed people differently. It was horrible. But I digress. But that's me going off on a whole other subject. Also, you like you said, you taught how you didn't teach moves. You taught psychology.
Yeah. Now you have to teach them somewhat basics.
Yeah.
But when you're teaching basics, you don't want to do like WWE does and teach cookie cutter shit.
Right.
I don't want everybody to flat back. I want a guy to go to a knee, to roll, to spin off. So what? Everything's different. If everybody's selling the same shit the same fucking way, it's obviously full of your fuck.
Yeah.
That's like Ronnie Garvin was 5'7". He worked like he was goddamn 6'11". He didn't take any fucking bumps. He didn't do fucking high spots. And it was like a fight.
Right.
And he never said a word in the ring. No, I'll take it back. The only thing he'd ever say with his French Canadian accent was double knockout. And that would be it. But you could fucking work with him, and the fans would be in the concession stands during the fucking flippy-do matches, and he'd fucking come out and they'd want to see real wrestling.
Yeah.
Because you didn't do anything. It was just night and day.
Right. There's a video I've seen of you against Adrian Street a million times, and I think there's one bump in the entire match, and the crowd is just heated the whole freaking time. And it's less is more. I mean, that's you really taught that you don't need to go out there and dive every 5 seconds or.
No, there was no violence in me and Adrian's matches. We just respected each other, sold each other, and there was never any pre-planned bullshit. I would feed him a body part. If I turned his back, if I turned my back to beg or whatever, there's the fucking goose spot right there. When I turn around, he jumps in my fucking arms and kisses me or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just all fucking, what do you call it, an ad-lib, an acting or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And we worked with each other every night. Never had any fucking problem. Some bitch could have goddamn killed me in 2 seconds if you wanted to. But he told me, he said, I was the most over-American he ever worked with in the States. Not the guys in Europe, you know what I mean? England, Austria, South Africa, stuff like that. But when he came to America, because he was 40-something when he came to America. So.
Wow. I never knew that. Yeah. That's
So, but he was just. I remember working with him in Continental 6 straight months, all the shows. That's what they wanted to fucking see. And then as soon as I got away from him, I told Fuller, I said, I'm out of here. I can't. I ain't gonna follow that.
Right. So, like you said, steering away from the big four, Cena and all them. Who do you have any like favorites that you train?
No, I tried to keep it not showing favoritism.
Right, absolutely.
But then again, some people, they have to be stroked because they don't have any confidence.
Right.
Some people need to be pushed because they're lazy fuckers. And I said, I'm not here to be your goddamn buddy. I'm here to be the best. I made enough mistakes learning this shit. I learned it all in the goddamn. Never in my life did I get in a fucking match or get in the ring before a fucking match.
Right.
A lot of times, no, we had separate dressing rooms. There wasn't no fucking phones and none of that fucking shit. And years ago, we'd run fucking spot shows, and I'd take the developmental class, and I'd put a fucking card on the fucking board. I'd see the guy, they'd be talking all their shit, doing a pre-planner, right? So let's say Brock was on first as a heel. Instead, I'd send Brock out. Then I'd send another guy out that he wasn't supposed to wrestle. The referee would say, okay, now, he said, switch roles. Brock, you were going to be a heel, now you're a babyface. Yeah, and this is the finish. Like, go past 15, after the bell rings, and work this is the finish. Now, look backwards in your head and call it.
Backwards booking. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is on-the-job training.
Yeah, but that's like when you're doing a movie, they might do the finish, they might film the finish last. You don't know what the story's about.
Right.
So, you learn this in fucking wrestling, and then you learn more by, like my first 3 years in the business, I had 1,000 matches in with guys all older than me, better than me. If you want to be good, if you want to be a good girls basketball player, you practice with the guys. That's like Serena was so good. She was the only girl I had in my class usually. I'd have specialty fucking classes.
Right.
JTG would be there every day. Fucking Santino would be there. Mike Mondo would be there. Johnny Jeter would be there. Serena would be there. And then I had her work. I said, no, you guys. I said, okay, now you're working. You're both guys now. You both weigh 200 pounds. I work that way. So you learn to work if you were 60 pounds bigger, 60 pounds smaller, whatever it was, you learn how to be different.
And I see that whole idea becoming more clear in wrestling training nowadays. There is no separation. They actually, the women train with the men, and it's it's part of equality with the today's standards, and also I think that there are certain things in the ring that men can put over better than women, and certain things that women can put over better than men. And if you let them train together, it's sort of they teach each other.
Well, what happens is guys learn to be looser because they don't want to touch the girl, they don't want to hurt her. And the girls, they learn to be better athletes because now all of a sudden, instead of being the best girl, now you're the worst guy. Where the guys are bigger, stronger, faster, more coordinated. You take a fucking woman Olympian and they could compete against a high school. That's just the fucking way God made humans. So, but anyway, we got on this. I don't know how we fucking did. What the fuck, right? But I know I learned business in the fucking car. Like when I was with fucking Randy, him and his dad, me be in the fucking car every night, and then we'd have somebody else in there, or I'd be going with Randy Orton's dad, or Rube, Boris Malenko, whatever, and they're telling me, explaining all this shit to me. Now, I didn't have an opinion. I just shut the fuck up and listened. And then I figured out, threw some shit against the fucking wall.
See what stuck.
And see what stuck.
Yeah.
And I gotta be, like if I'm working with you, I know what you can do, and I'm not going to ask you to do something you can't do. It's up to me to fucking protect you. If you don't know fuck all, let's have it. I don't know fuck all match, and we'll do the best we can of that. I gotta make you look as good as you can, disguise any weakness you have and put this son of a bitch over. Because it used to be the fucking baby faces were just dumb fucks. And the fucking heels were the fucking star.
Right.
An hour ago, I was watching World Class from like 83, 84, 85, Bill Watson, and you listen to them fucking fans going fucking crazy. God damn. Then you watch this fucking phony ass fake fucking wrestling they do today. Almost fucking you want to fucking barf. If you've been there, you remember how good it was. The atmosphere was like an IU Purdue game, Michigan fucking Ohio State game, a Packers Bears game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking the Lakers fucking Celtics. It was just right fucking there.
I feel like
And then you go out there and see this fucking phony ass horse shit choreographed ballerina guys, skinny fat motherfuckers, and all the guys. Well, most of the guys I work with are all fucking dead, or they hate the wrestling business because WWE ruined the motherfucker. Exposed it on fucking tough enough. Excuse me, fuck them.
right.
Said this is the way it's done. Fuck you.
I think that the what I look at it is back in the day, you didn't go out there and do what the crowd wanted. You did what would make the crowd react more. Now they go out there, it seems like they do what the crowd wants.
Well, whatever they want, I give them just the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. You control them motherfuckers. Now the audience controls you.
Right.
If you're fucking marking, you're gonna fucking have a fucking clue. That ain't my fucking fault.
Nope.
Fucking Serena goes out there and does fucking basics. Now all of a sudden she's God's gift to fucking women, or fucking women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Because all she does is basics.
She's the woman of 1,000 holds or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's heads above the other female wrestlers in AEW, I believe. I think she's the most solid wrestler there.
You got to remember. Now, break this down in your head when I'm going over this for you. When it's impossible, it's fucking impossible to be any good today. Now just think. Here I was growing up having 1,000 matches in 3 years. The next 3 years, 1,000 matches. Going to different territories. Learning different styles. Learning all this different shit. Different kinds of TV. Well, these motherfuckers got, I work for WWE. I know excuse fucking me. You know one fucking thing, and they're fucking retarded. So now just think. They have these guys, and these are just names, because I don't watch wrestling TV, like Daniel Bryan and let's say AJ Styles, right? They had a great match. I said, no, they had a good match. We have a lower, they're not expected to be very good today. Because you can't be any good. How do you get good having one match a week, 2 matches a week against the same fucking guys? Hell no.
No. Right.
And sometimes I'd be in a 14-foot ring in England, a 24-foot ring in goddamn South Africa, hard as a rock with fucking 4 ropes in there in a boxing ring.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you learn everything. You learn survival. You learn how to say, okay, we can't leave our feet. And then it only fucking W. I've had that fucking the seminar thing with Man Beast against White Power, the 90-minute thing at a fucking seminar called in the fucking ring. I had two guys do over the 2-hour fucking matches called in the goddamn fucking ring.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I had what's his face fucking not Rod Travis Steele. One looked like Rod Steele, but he's like 6'9".
Yeah.
And he cut a 20-minute promo. I'd give him one word. I'd look at the ceiling and I said, okay, trash can, go. He started a 20-minute promo. Didn't matter what all he did was fucking get over. And then all at the end, he would mold it where at the 20-minute mark, it comes down to trash can. But that was the fucking art.
Yeah.
It's like when we would do fucking promos, they said, okay, you're working with Morty Tuesday night, the Gardens, got it, go. Boom, I got a promo on you. Get off. Okay, now you're in goddamn fucking St. Louis against Dick fucking Murdoch in the goddamn fucking Texas death match.
Whoa.
Go, boom. And you just go down, you might do 20 fucking promos for 20 different fucking markets.
Wow.
And you had, and you knew your who, what, where, when, and whys. And you knew your fucking bullet points for each one. Now, I'm not telling you what to say. You need to get it in your characters, what you would be saying if you were that character. And the shit is so fucking simple. How can some fucking writer tell you what to fucking say? Fuck them. Writers in the match, fuck them.
Right. Yeah. There is no better training than the territories. The territories was the best training. It was on-the-job training of you didn't know what you were going to have the next day. And
no, I just think I'm in the car every night before me and fucking Buddy Rose and the two bushwhackers.
Yeah.
Every fucking day, the heels in the car.
Yep.
Telling fucking stories. Fucking, they're fucking smoking dope. Lukey would fix me the marijuana cookies, chocolate chip cookies with fucking laced with marijuana. I'd be fucking shitting in a goddamn mason jar and opening it up under Butch when he was fucking driving. But,
oh my God.
Oh, mate, shit your pants off. Fuck that shit. Such was that.
You know, I've heard that you were one of the kings of ribs back in the day.
Well, when you get in the business and they like you, they fuck with you.
Right.
So you take it for a few years, and then so anybody that was older than me, I never fucked with anybody.
Right.
In the wrestling business, experience-wise.
Right.
But if I was a third grader, if you were a kindergartner, I could get your ass good. The same shit they did to me.
Yep.
That was fair game. But the fucking wrestling business used to be the greatest fucking business in the fucking world. And it had nothing to do about the fucking money. It was the fucking lives. Every day was fucking Thanksgiving. It was fucking Christmas. It was buffet. It was train all day at the fucking gym. Go out and get your fucking dick sucked. Can I say that on your thing one more?
you just said it. I mean,
what the fuck, right? You're not supposed to say that, but I ain't no goddamn shirt lifter. I ain't no goddamn dinner master. I'm a fucking guy.
yeah.
Excuse me. I got good length, good thickness, and I am circumcised. And if not, I take the Q-tip out and get the schmegma off the head anyway. So what the fuck? Feel that bullshit back, baby.
Woo!
I didn't fucking stand up for how fucking long. Somebody fucking say something, we just fucking go off and start going into it. So you know what's so funny is like guys don't realize some of the guys that were such great fucking talkers never got a chance to. That wasn't their spot.
Right.
I never worked for Bill Watts. Said, "Get over, I'll fire you. Your job's to put people over, and I'll pay you for it." I got you. Shit, I made more money with Watts than working on top of different places. Never had to fucking gab. Had my hair fucking dark. Just had to do basic fucking match. Had fun. What the fuck, right?
Right. I tell you what, I was watching. This is a while back. It was I don't remember. It was WWF, I think, and it was you versus Adam Bomb, and you put that guy over so well. Like, there were the talent that would go out there and lose, and then there was the people that would go out there and lose and make the guys look good. There's a difference, and you were the man at that. Like, I've never heard a wrestler go out there and scream as much as you in the ring. because you put him over. Every move he did, you were screaming like your life was over. Like
You know, what's so funny is when you're doing it, you don't even realize you're doing it.
Right.
Because that's just, you walk a certain way, you talk a certain way, as soon as that fucking camera turns on. But then again, it's like, I was with Randy all those years. I saw him break character fucking 1 minute of his life when his dog died.
Oh, wow.
And the rest of the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was just...
Yeah. And he just taught me to always be in character. Now, if I knew you when I was Mark Shira, I would be different around you. I would just a little bit more extravagant, whatever.
Yeah.
But then if I'd see my baseball coaches or whatever, football coaches, I was back to being a shy 17-year-old kid, treating them with the utmost of respect. Because I had such a great fucking life growing up in a small town. You could sleep with the fucking windows open. You didn't have to worry about getting fucking shot, raped, crime, and shit like that. You could play 3 fucking sports, go to the fucking park, chase fucking women, drive around the fucking town all the time before Walmart come in and destroyed all the downtown shit. But you knew what fucking happened.
Yeah, and they said the downtown is actually finally starting to kind of rebuild, but my father-in-law actually restarted Scoop the Loop.
Oh yeah.
It is a one night a year thing now. It usually happens the last Saturday in August, and everybody comes out in their classic cars or their Jeeps or whatever, and just drives around downtown. They have a car show. It's really quite cool. I took not last year but the year before. I took Dad out I had a convertible at one point. I took Dad out. He would see people from the class of '69 and all that, and he was like, I'll meet you at it was some sporting goods store or something. Like it's something that's way closed now, but back in the day, that's where they all met out to hang out. It was just kind of cool to see.
Well, fuck, you knew where everything was at. You knew where fucking goddamn Larson's was at.
Yep.
You knew the Seymour National Bank, the Jackson County Bank, fucking the Beehive, fucking Murphy's, fucking the Rexall drugstore, where the turf. Hell, I was a bartender at the turf room when I was in fucking college. When I was 21, I'd go to my fucking uncle's fucking bar, and I'd come there at 11 in the morning, and he'd open up and he'd show back up at 3 in the morning. I'd be there all fucking day with all the fucking drums.
Man.
That's how you fucking learn shit, right?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't get to witness Seymour downtown when it was, in its heyday. I wish I would have, but, I just was born a little too late.
Yeah, well, you can't help it when you're fucking born.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I was there when they had fucking territories, right?
Right.
And guys don't understand it. You don't just get the only guys that would be lifers would be guys will go to WWE and be there 15 years, right?
Right.
Where he used to be like the old WWF. Only Bruno hosted him and Pedro Morales. Everybody else was trying to get a 9-month run there.
They would come and go because they were just a territory.
Yeah. Okay, it'd be like Jimmy Bank. He'd stay there 9 months. He said, okay, 3 years from now, you come back in for another 9-month run. Then they'd have to go work somewhere fucking else. But that's how you got fucking good.
Yeah.
And then, can you imagine being in WWF and having to work? This is just 2 names, like Cena working with the goddamn Undertaker. For how many fucking years? It's the same old fucking shit.
Right.
Since wrestling don't mean any there, but then again, the check don't fucking bounce, and all you got to do is, if he says, okay, here's your song, you're gonna get your fucking dividend check from this and that. Here's your fucking pay-per-view money. You make more fucking money in a goddamn year than you would in a fucking lifetime. in the old fucking days. But it wasn't about the fucking money.
Right.
Now I wish it was about the fucking money. And you like, I make a partial electric bill payment. Oh yeah, my lights out my fucking car, but I can't get it fucking fixed because it costs $200. Fucking assholes, you know.
Right. Stuff like that, for sure.
with this and that, but we sort of started on something, and I don't know. We ain't even really talked any fucking wrestling yet, have we?
We've talked a little bit of wrestling. Going back to your time in OVW, if there was, let's see here. I'm trying to think out how to put this. If there was any one thing that you could take from all the training you did at OVW and try to instill it into today's superstars, what would it be?
Oh, they have to know how to call it in the ring, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because, Morty, you ask any fucking guy that wrestled, anybody that's fucking referee, they said, okay, you got an 8-minute segment from walking out and coming back. All of a sudden, you do all your pre-planned fucking bullshit. All of a sudden, you hit the fucking ring, and they said, cut it to 5.
Right, and you have no idea what to do.
All of a sudden, 30 seconds later, they say, you got 1 minute.
Wow.
And they said, go home. Now, what do? It don't fucking faze me a bit. I know how to work.
Right. And
The other guys, well, but he has to get that. No, It's called you being a fucking pro and knowing what to fucking do and how to fucking do it, what to do, what not to fucking do, knowing how much fucking time you got to fucking, you're counting down in your fucking head the whole time.
knowing who you are, knowing who your opponent is, to get to that point and take it home.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so what about the spot? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
There ain't no fucking shine spot. You're winning. You don't need it. I'm on your fucking ass. Sell, motherfucker.
Yes.
And that's fucking it. This shit, wrestling is so fucking simple. And people say, oh, it evolved. No, it evolved because you ain't any fucking good. It's like the NBA. Oh, we let guys pound the ball now because they're not any good. We have a Euro step and a jump stop because it's fucking travel.
Yeah, it's...
You used to fucking, you dunk on somebody in glare, you come in the next time, he just undercuts you.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
It went from caring about the actual game, and that's wrestling, football, basketball, and they went from caring about the fundamentals of the game to letting the flashier stuff happen to sell more tickets.
That, and then they get the political shit in there, so that's why I don't watch TV.
Right.
But when I would watch, have guys watching wrestling, I turned the commentating off. I said, now just watch it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be like, remember how good the movies were and it was black and white and they didn't have any sound? How the guys would really act, it really fucking pantomime, and a 5-year-old completely understood everything.
Yeah, melodrama.
Yes. So that's the way wrestling is. The way it should be. The guys are too busy being cool now. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, Rob, we want to thank you for being on the show today.
I didn't do nothing.
We've done plenty. Everybody that's listening to this or watching it right now, from all the episodes before this, they all know that you're the legend that you are, because we've talked a lot about you in all the previous episodes, and
We try to get you as much credit as you're due.
yeah, because you are due way more than what you've got, and
Wait a minute, nobody owes anybody.
No.
Or any.
I know you say that a lot,
I agree to this.
but we disagree. We believe that you deserve a whole hell of a lot more than what you got.
We're going to take the melon camp down. We're going to paint the rip on the side.
That's right. We're going to take the real Mellencamp down and paint one of you instead. But
Good rip. Good rip.
No.
but thank you so much for coming on, sir. We do appreciate you, and I hope you have a great evening.
Okay, you just plug my book on your thing.
Oh,
you can get it at Amazon right now. Okay?
yeah.
Amazon.com. Yeah, plug my goddamn book. Plug my goddamn book. Plug my fucking beer.
Right.
You know the deal, Morty.
Right, and they'll also be able to get that get your book and everything at the convention that we're going to be at, right?
That's right.
Yep, that's going to be on.
So you plug that son of a bitch.
Yeah, we'll plug it all.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep,
Guys,
thank you.
have a good day. Live the dream, baby.
Damn.
All right. Bye-bye.
Once again, we want to thank Rip for being a part of this and taking time out. It was a rough evening for everybody involved. But like we said, we are going to mention a few things.
Mm-hmm. 22-ounce hibiscus beer.
Hibiscus wheat ale, and it is sold by the bottle. If you get to the Seymour Brewing Company in Seymour, Indiana, try it out if it happens to be on tap. If not, they've got a couple other things that you should try.
It's funky like a monkey, baby.
Yeah, that's right. But I guess we could go ahead and cheers on your camera here. Cheers.
Cheers, sir. Oh. I'm fancy. I drink out of a glass.
It's a good beer.
It is a good beer.
Really good beer.
You know what else is good to drink?
Oh, of course.
A little bit of the Rays energy.
I don't know if it's going to be good after this beer, but I mean, we can. Oh, wait a minute. We could create our own drink. It could be a Rays bomb.
Jesus.
Use the Hustler.
Okay.
That'd be pretty good. I mean, that'd be good. A little bit of this citrus lime with the hibiscus.
Mm-hmm.
That might be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Well, not citrus lime, but this is the Baja lime, but it's a lime citrus.
The Baja?
Baja,
A Bashim.
if you will. But anyway, we also have merch. Let's show that real fast.
Did you say birch or merch?
I said merch. You can't understand me.
You got a birch tree out here.
There we go. tinyurl.com/DVSPKMERCH. What can you get on there, Brian? You get a sweet shirt.
A sweet glass to drink your hibiscus beer in.
Oh, that's true.
A
Get
tumbler.
A hoodie. You can get a Rip Rogers special.
Fanny pack.
And
Hell, bring it to the Squared Circle Expo. Rip will be there with us. Have him sign it for you.
yeah, absolutely.
Get a copy of his book.
That's right.
We will
We'll
not have
sign
that. I don't think we'll have the beer.
I don't think the beer will be there unless we could get a hookup. We might be able to bring a few up there for.
Well, Big Papa Pump was always my hookup. I did holler.
Have you heard of?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the smartest thing to say. Moving on.
Anyway, once again, thank you all for joining us this evening for this episode of Developmentally Speaking. This is what, episode?
11.
We got one more
One more.
of
Let's
season one?
Yes, one more season finale next week, and we're going to close with Randall Keith Orton.
Oh, man, that's going to be good. Mm-hmm. Well, that being said, I'm Mortimer Blankenship.
And I'm Brian Asbury.
And this has been...
Developmentally Speaking.
Hey, we'll see you later. Hey, everybody, it's Morty.
It's Brian.
And thank you for watching today's episode of Developmentally Speaking.
If you could, please click that subscribe button.
And don't forget to punch that bell icon so you can get notified whenever we go live or drop a new video every Monday. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next
Developmentally Speaking.